Have you ever found yourself walking through a dense forest, surrounded by towering trees, the path ahead unclear and mysterious? In such moments, the choices we make, the paths we decide to tread or avoid, can make all the difference in reaching our destination. It's much like the journey of life, where each step we take, each decision we make, shapes our future. Today, we're going to explore a concept crucial to navigating the intricate pathways of life: understanding what to avoid. It's a theme as essential as knowing what to pursue. In our lives, we often focus on the things we need to do, the goals we must achieve, and the dreams we aspire to realize. But equally important is recognizing the pitfalls, the missteps that can lead us astray, away from our desired goals and into the realms of regret and missed opportunities. In this exploration, we're going to uncover 8 significant pitfalls that can subtly yet powerfully divert us from our path to success and fulfillment. These are not just mere obstacles. They are the hidden snares that can ensnare us on our journey to greatness. The importance of being aware of these pitfalls cannot be overstated, for they are the unseen adversaries in our quest for a life well lived. Picture there. Life as a journey through a beautiful yet complex landscape. Each step we take is a choice, and each choice brings with it consequences, some seen and some unseen. The wisdom lies not only in knowing where to step, but also where not to. It's about recognizing the quicksand that looks like solid ground and the mirages that appear like oasis. As we move forward in our discussion, we'll not just list these pitfalls. We'll delve into their essence. We'll explore the why, their significance. Why should we be cautious of these particular aspects? How do they impact our journey towards success and happiness? And what strategies can we employ to steer clear of them? So, let us begin this journey not as mere spectators, but as active participants in the art of living a meaningful life. We're about to navigate through the landscape of personal growth, armed with the knowledge of what to avoid, ready to make informed decisions that lead us to our desired destinations. And when we reach the end of our discussion, we will look back at this moment, understanding that it was not just a beginning, but a crucial turning point. We will have gained a new perspective, a deeper understanding, and a roadmap for a life that's not just about avoiding pitfalls, but about embracing opportunities that lie beyond them. As we step forward from our introduction to the concept of life's pitfalls, let's focus on the first and perhaps one of the most deceptive ones. Complacency, my friends, is like sitting comfortably in a boat, drifting in the current, oblivious to the fact that you're moving away from the shore. It's a subtle trap, one that lures us into a false sense of security, whispering that what we have achieved so far is enough, that there's no need to strive for more. Let me share a story with you. Once there was a farmer who was known for his lush, fertile land. Year after year, his fields yielded more crops than any other in the region. He became so confident in his methods and his land's natural bounty that he decided to rest. He thought, my land is rich. It will continue to provide. But as time passed, the once fertile land yielded less and less. The farmer realized his mistake too late. His complacency had cost him the very thing he had taken for granted, his land's productivity. This story mirrors our own lives in many ways. Just like the farmer, we too can become complacent about our achievements. We reach a certain level of success, skill, or comfort, and we start to believe that's all we need. We stop growing, learning, and challenging ourselves. But let me remind you, the moment we stop growing is the moment we start regressing. Now, you might wonder, how do we recognize and combat this complacency? The first step is self-awareness. It's essential to regularly take stock of our lives, our goals, and our progress. Ask yourself, am I growing or am I just going through the motions? This kind of introspection can be the beacon that guides us away from the complacent shores. The next step is to embrace continuous learning. The world, my friends, is a vast repository of knowledge, and every day offers a new lesson. Make it a habit to learn something new regularly. It doesn't have to be monumental. Small, consistent learning contributes to significant growth over time. Then there's the power of goal setting. Goals are like the stars sailors used to navigate by. They keep us moving in the right direction. Set goals that challenge you, that push you out of your comfort zone. And remember, the process of moving towards a goal is often more valuable than the. Let's not forget the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who inspire growth. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who push you to be better, who don't let you settle for mediocrity. Another critical aspect is to embrace change. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional. We must be willing to adapt, to evolve with the times. The most dangerous phrase in our language is, we've always done it this way. Embrace new methods, new ideas, and new technologies. They are the winds of change that can propel your boat forward. Lastly, celebrate your achievements, but don't dwell on them. It's okay to take pride in what you've accomplished, but don't let yesterday's success become the enemy of tomorrow's growth. Always keep looking forward, setting new targets, and exploring new horizons. As we transition from the topic of complacency, let's turn our attention to another critical aspect that shapes our journey: the influence of our surroundings and the people in our lives. Imagine, if you will, that our minds are like gardens. What we plant in them, how we nurture them, and the environment we expose them to ultimately determines the health and vitality of our garden. Negative influences, my friends, are like weeds in this garden. They can creep in unnoticed, grow rapidly, and if not removed, they can overtake the beauty and productivity of our space. These influences come in many forms: negative people, destructive habits, and harmful media, just to name a few. They can erode our positivity, dampen our spirits, and veer us off the path to our best selves. So, how do we recognize these negative influences? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to how you feel after interacting with certain people or after consuming certain types of media. Do you feel uplifted, inspired, and motivated? Or do you feel drained, anxious, or discouraged? These feelings are indicators guiding us to identify what lifts us up and what pulls us down. The next step is setting boundaries. This is not always easy, especially when the negative influences come from close quarters, perhaps friends, family, or colleagues. But remember, the right to protect your mental and emotional well-being is paramount. It's about finding the balance between compassion for others and care for oneself. Sometimes this might mean having difficult conversations or stepping back from certain relationships. Other times it might simply be a matter of limiting exposure to negative content, be it news, social media, or entertainment. It's also essential to proactively seek positive influences. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who encourage you to be your best self. Seek out media that educates, uplifts, and enriches. Cultivate habits that strengthen your mental and emotional resilience. Like a gardener who carefully selects the seeds and plants for their garden, be selective about what and who you allow into your life. Another powerful strategy is the practice of positive affirmations and self-talk. What we tell ourselves on a daily basis can reinforce our resilience against negative influences. Cultivate a habit of speaking to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and positivity. This internal dialogue can be a powerful shield against external negativity. Finally, let's talk about the power of reflection and introspection. Regularly take time to reflect on your life, your goals, and the influences around you. This can be through journaling, meditation. This practice helps in identifying not just the sources of negativity, but also in reinforcing your commitment to a positive and growth-oriented path. In wrapping up this segment, let's remember that shunning negative influences is not about creating a bubble around ourselves. It's about making conscious choices about what we allow into our lives. It's about nurturing our mental and emotional garden with care, ensuring that it's a place of growth, positivity, and beauty. It's about recognizing that while we can't control everything around us, we can control our responses and our choices. In this journey of life, as we navigate through the waves of different influences, let's be the captains of our own ships. Let's choose to sail in waters that uplift us, empower us, and bring out the best in us. Let's choose to surround ourselves with the right people, the right thoughts, and the right environment. Remember, the influences you allow into your life today shape the person you become tomorrow. Now take a moment to reflect on the influences in your own life. Are they helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Are they nurturing your garden or choking its growth? Make a commitment to yourself to cultivate a life filled with positive influences. It's a choice that will determine the quality of your life, your happiness, and having navigated through the treacherous waters of negative influences, let's now turn our focus to a challenge that is as old as time itself. The lure of short-term temptations versus the reward of long-term thinking. This is a crucial aspect of our journey, one that often decides the course of our lives in profound ways. Imagine, if you will, a child in a room, given a choice between one marshmallow now or two if they wait for 15 minutes. This scenario, a classic psychological experiment, reveals a fundamental aspect of human nature. The struggle between the immediate allure of gratification and the rewards of patience, and for many of us, like the child, are often tempted by the immediate reward, the quick fix, the short-term gain. But the true essence of success and fulfillment lies in our ability to resist these temptations and focus on the long-term. Think about the farmer who plants a tree. They don't expect to harvest fruits the very next day. They understand that it takes seasons of nurturing, watering, and patience before the tree matures and yields fruit. This is a powerful metaphor for our own goals and dreams. Whether it's building a career, nurturing a relationship, or developing a skill, the real fruits of our labor often take time to manifest. The question then arises, how do we cultivate this mindset of long-term thinking? First and foremost, it begins with clarity of vision. Knowing what you truly want in life, not just today or tomorrow, but years down the line, is essential. This vision acts like a compass, guiding your decisions and actions, helping you to resist the distractions and temptations that deviate you from your path. Another key element is the practice of delayed gratification. It's about making choices that might not offer immediate rewards, but are aligned with your long-term goals. It's about understanding that the best things in life are often those that require time, effort, and patience. Let's also talk about setting and sticking to priorities. In a world filled with endless distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what's truly important. By setting clear priorities and aligning your actions with them, you create a buffer against the allure of short-term temptations. Moreover, it's vital to recognize and celebrate small victories along the way. Long-term thinking doesn't mean ignoring the present. It's about finding joy and motivation in the small steps you take towards your bigger goals. These small victories keep you motivated and focused, reinforcing your commitment to your long-term vision. It's also helpful to surround yourself with people who share your long-term outlook. They can offer support, guidance, and a perspective that keeps you anchored to your long-term goals. As we continue our exploration, let's now address a formidable barrier that often stands in the way of our dreams and aspiration. This fear, my friends, is like a shadow that follows us, whispering doubts and uncertainties, trying to hold us back from taking the steps that lead to growth and success. Consider the story of a young inventor who, after countless attempts to create something new, found himself facing failure after failure. With each unsuccessful attempt, the voices of doubt grew louder, telling him he was not good enough, that he should give up. But instead of succumbing to these fears, he chose to embrace them. He understood that each failure was not a sign to stop, but rather a stepping stone, a lesson that brought him closer to his goal. And indeed, his persistence paid off, leading him to a breakthrough that changed the world. This tale is not unique. History is filled with examples of individuals who, despite facing failures, rejections, and setbacks, chose to persevere. Their success stories are not defined by the absence of failure, but by their resilience in the face of it. How, then, do we cultivate this resilience? How do we turn the fear of failure into a catalyst for success? It begins with a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing failure as a negative end, see it as a necessary part of the learning process. Every mistake, every setback is an opportunity to learn, to grow. And it's also about setting realistic expectations. Understand that the path to success is rarely a straight line. It's a journey with ups and downs. Accepting that setbacks are a natural part of this journey can help in reducing the fear associated with them. Another key element is to detach your self-worth from the outcome. Your value as a person is not defined by your successes or failures. It's defined by the courage you show in pursuing your dreams despite the risk of failure. Let's also talk about the importance of a support system. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who can offer a different perspective when you're clouded by the fear of failure. Sometimes a few words of encouragement can make a significant difference. Moreover, celebrate your efforts, not just your successes. Acknowledge the hard work, the dedication, and the courage it takes to pursue your goals. This recognition can build a sense of accomplishment that transcends the outcome of your endeavors. In conclusion, rejecting the fear of failure is about embracing it as a part of your journey. It's about understanding that the only real failure is not trying, not taking that chance. It's about realizing that the greatest achievements often lie just beyond the barrier of fear. As we move forward, let's carry this understanding with us. Let's approach our goals with a mindset that welcomes challenges and learns from setbacks. Let's replace the fear of failure with the excitement of what we can learn and how far we can go. Remember, it's not about never falling. It's about how many times you get back up. Let's rise each time stronger and wiser, ready to face the next challenge. Continuing our journey of self-improvement and personal growth. Let us now turn our attention to a resource that is equally available to everyone, yet so often mismanaged. Time, my friends, is the most democratic of all resources. Whether rich or poor, young or old, each of us has the same 24 hours in a day. How we choose to use this time can make the difference between a life of fulfillment and a life of regret. Think of time as a river flowing ceaselessly. Can't stop it, you can't save it, and once it's gone forever. This relentless flow of time is a reminder that every moment is precious, every second a chance to make a choice that can shape our destiny. Mismanaging time is like letting the water slip through our fingers, unutilized and unappreciated. So how do we make the most of this invaluable resource? It starts with prioritization. Understanding what is truly important in your life is the key to effective time management. It's about distinguishing between what is urgent and what is important, between the tasks that demand immediate attention and those that contribute to your long-term goals and values. It's also about planning and organization. Just as a builder uses a blueprint to construct a building, we need a plan for our day, our week, our month, and even our year. This doesn't mean every moment needs to be scheduled, but having a clear plan helps you stay focused on your priorities and reduces the time lost in indecision and aimlessness. Another crucial aspect is the discipline to say no. In a world brimming with distractions and demands, the ability to say no to things that don't align with your goals is vital. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something important. Let's not forget the importance of taking breaks and allowing time for rest and rejuvenation. Just like a bow needs to be unstrung to maintain its strength, we too need downtime to maintain our efficiency and creativity. It's not just about working hard, but also about working smart. Moreover, learn to delegate and share responsibilities. Understand that you don't have to do everything yourself. Trusting others and sharing tasks not only saves time, but also builds relationships and teamwork. In conclusion, avoiding mismanagement of time is about making conscious choices. It's about realizing that every minute counts and using those minutes in ways that add value to our lives. It's about understanding that time once lost can never be regained. From the wise management of time, let us seamlessly transition to another cornerstone of a fulfilling life, the nurturing of our personal health, both physical and mental. This aspect of life, often taken for granted, is the foundation upon which we build our dreams, aspirations, and achievements. Without good health, the richest man is poor, and with it, even the simplest life is a treasure. Consider your health as the bedrock of your existence. Just as a building needs a strong foundation to withstand the storms and stresses of time, our bodies and minds require care and attention to sustain the demands of our daily lives. Neglecting health is akin to building a magnificent structure on shaky ground. Eventually, the cracks will show and the structure will. So how do we ensure that this foundation remains robust and resilient? It begins with the basics: a balanced diet, regular exercise, and adequate sleep. These are not just components of a healthy life. They are the pillars that support it. A balanced diet provides the nutrients needed for your body to function at its best. Regular exercise keeps the body strong and the mind sharp. And adequate sleep is the time when the body repairs and rejuvenates itself. Beyond these basics, it's crucial to listen to your body and mind. Often, they send us signals that we neglect in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. A persistent ache, a feeling of fatigue, a sense of overwhelming stress. These are not just inconveniences. They are warnings. Paying attention to these signals and taking proactive steps to address them is vital in maintaining good health. Mental health, often overshadowed by physical health, deserves equal attention. Just as we exercise to keep our bodies fit, we must nurture our minds to keep them healthy and resilient. Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and engaging in hobbies can be incredibly beneficial. They provide a respite from the chaos of everyday life, giving our minds the space to relax and Another key aspect is regular health checkups. Just as a car needs regular servicing to run smoothly, our bodies need regular checkups to ensure everything is functioning as it should. Preventive health care is far more effective and less costly than reactive health care. Incorporating these healthy habits into daily life doesn't have to be a daunting task. It's about making small, manageable changes over time. It's about making conscious choices every day that contribute to your overall well-being. Remember, the journey to good health is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about consistency and commitment. In conclusion, not ignoring personal health is about treating your body and mind with the respect and care they deserve. It's about understanding that good health is not just the absence of illness, but a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. As we continue on our path, let's keep this wisdom in mind. Let's take care of our health as diligently as we pursue our other goals. Let's remember that our health is the vehicle that will carry us through the journey of life. Without it, we cannot hope to reach our destination in good shape. Let's make our health a priority, not an afterthought, and watch how it transforms every aspect of our lives. As we move forward from the vital subject of personal health, let's shift our focus to another essential aspect of a rich and fulfilling life: the nurturing of relationships and the art of networking. In this journey of life, the connections we forge with others are not just mere interactions. They are the threads that weave the tapestry of our lives. Think of your life as a garden. Just as a garden thrives with a variety of plants and flowers, our lives are enriched by a variety of relationships, friends, family, colleagues, and acquaintances. Each person we meet, every relationship we nurture, adds a unique color and texture to the fabric of our existence. Neglecting these relationships is like neglecting to water the plants in your garden. Eventually, they wither and die. Building and maintaining strong personal relationships is not just about social fulfillment. It's about creating a support system, a network of people who inspire you, challenge you, and support you. It's about building bonds that withstand the test of time and adversity. In our personal lives, these relationships provide us with joy, comfort, and a sense of belonging. In the professional sphere, networking is equally important. It's often said, it's not just what you know, but who you know. This doesn't undermine the importance of skills and knowledge, but highlights the power of connections. Building a strong professional network can open doors to opportunities that might otherwise remain closed. It's about creating mutually beneficial relationships that foster growth and opportunity. So, how do we cultivate these relationships? It starts with genuine interest and empathy, showing a sincere interest in others, listening to their stories, understanding their challenges, and celebrating their successes. It's not about keeping score or expecting immediate returns. It's about contributing value and nurturing a connection. Communication is key. In our fast-paced, technology-driven world, it's easy to lose touch. Make an effort to stay connected. A simple message, a phone call, or a coffee meeting can go a long way in maintaining relationships. In professional networking, keeping in touch with your contacts, sharing information, and offering assistance when needed are practices that foster strong connections. Another important aspect is trust and reliability. Be someone others can rely on, someone who keeps their word. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and once broken, it's hard to rebuild. Let's also not forget the importance of being open and approachable. Building relationships often requires stepping out of your comfort zone, meeting new people, and being open to new experiences. In conclusion, neglecting relationships and networking is akin to walking through life with blinders on. It's about missing out on the richness and diversity that relationships bring to our lives. It's about overlooking the opportunities and learnings that networking can provide. As we move forward, let's cherish and nurture the relationships in our lives. Let's be proactive in building and maintaining these connections. Remember, the strength of your relationships often determines the richness of your life journey. Let's invest in these relationships, for they are the investments that yield the most meaningful return. As we draw our journey to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the path we've traversed together. We've navigated through the importance of shunning complacency, resisting the allure of negative influences, the value of long-term thinking over short-term gratification, the courage to face and embrace failure, the wise management of our most precious resource, time, the critical need to nurture our personal health, and the immeasurable value of building and maintaining relationships. Each of these elements, my friends, is like a vital ingredient in a recipe for a fulfilling and successful life. Alone, each has its value, but together they create a synergy that can propel us to heights we may have never imagined. It's about finding a balance, a harmony between all these aspects, weaving them together into the fabric of our daily lives. Remember, the journey of self-improvement and personal growth is never ending. It's a continuous process of learning, adapting, and evolving. It's about taking what we've discussed today and applying it, not all at once, but step by step, day by day. It's about progress, not perfection. As we part ways, I encourage you to carry these lessons with you. Let them be the guiding stars in your journey of life. Look at them not just as concepts, but as practical tools you can use to build a life of joy, fulfillment, and success. And most importantly, remember that the power to shape your life lies in your hands. You have the ability to make choices, to take actions, and to create the life you envision. So go forth with the knowledge and wisdom you've gained and make your life a masterpiece, one day at a time.